Alright, today we're making English muffins. Probably thinking to yourself, why would I make an English muffin? I can go to the store, I can buy that white and orange package that I've bought my entire life, go home and be done. Well, first of all, that's no fun. Second of all, a homemade English muffin is incredibly flavorful. It is far more nutritious. It doesn't have the long list of things that, the package at the store does. And honestly, they're very simple to make. They're similar to making bread in process, except for we completely skip the shaping process. So they're actually easier than making homemade bread. We're going to use a mixture of a poolish and a levain. Levain is a sourdough starter. A poolish is a different type of pre-ferment that uses commercial yeast. So this has a little bit of sourdough and commercial yeast in it. It's incredibly easy to make and they're super, super delicious. So let's get started. Alright, let's start by making our pre-ferments. Both will start with 50 grams each of water and all-purpose flour. The poolish will get 1/8 of a teaspoon of instant dry yeast, and the levain will get 5 grams of active sourdough starter. Once mixed, let them sit overnight or for about 12 hours, and they should look like this. Once they are ready, we can add 125 grams of room temperature water to a stand mixer bowl. Feel free to mix by hand if you don't have a mixer. Then add 12 grams of rye flour, 5 grams of wheat germ, then add your pre-ferments. Then add 162 grams of all-purpose flour, 70 grams of bread flour, and mix on low speed until the dough is combined. Cover and let rest for 1 hour. Next, we're going to add 6 grams of sea salt, mix until combined, and transfer to a clean bowl, and cover for 45 minutes. Alright, here we are 45 minutes later. We're going to do our first stretch and fold. Turn the ball over and simply pull the dough over onto itself. Turn the bowl a quarter turn each time, and if any air bubbles pop up, just be sure to pop those. Flip it over in the bowl and sort of round it on itself. That way you get a nice neat little ball. Do this every 45 minutes for a total of 4 stretch and folds, covering with a damp kitchen towel each time. After the final stretch and fold, we're going to wait 30 minutes and come back. 30 minutes later, transfer to either a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or a kitchen towel dusted heavily with wheat flour so it doesn't stick. Roll out the dough until it's about a 1/2 inch thick. Dust heavily with wheat flour or cornmeal and cover before putting in the refrigerator overnight. The next day, pull out the pan 1 hour before you're ready to cook. Cut with a ring mold or a biscuit cutter, then heat a nonstick pan or griddle on medium heat and add a generous portion of salted butter. The salted butter adds a lot of flavor, but if you're concerned about fat or sodium content, feel free to substitute a healthier alternative. Pan fry the English muffins for about 45 minutes on each side, checking periodically to ensure they do not burn. I like to cook the scraps as well. They're delicious and shouldn't be wasted. If you don't care if they have the traditional round shape, you can even cut them into squares and then you don't have any scraps. Place on a wire rack, cool and enjoy.